Imagine for me, if you are from the 1980s, let's say, what would one engage themselves in? Hmm. Most probably they'd go out to play football, or they'd watch a game. Maybe not on the TV, to be honest, but rather with their dad or their mom or with their friends. They'd go out to a stadium and they'd watch a game there. Or they might even go out for a barbecue or picnic. Yeah, that was the 1980s. Let's come to 2023. We are approaching the end of it, but let's make it count. To 21st century, what would we engage ourselves in? That would be mostly spending time on YouTube. That's what most people opt to. On YouTube, liking reels on Instagram, and how do I put it? Yeah, cranking 90s in Fortnite. Now we can see a common similarity in what I just said before, right? They're all linked to something, right? The internet, or more specifically, social media. It is an alarming fact to know that nearly 5 billion people in this world are on social media. That is what you say, 2/3 the total number of people on the internet. And that's a third of the global populace. Moreover, this is a 6% increase from last year. That means some 300 million people who've joined social media in the course of these 365 years. That is concerning, right? Nowadays, the Gen Z would argue saying that social media in fact benefits them rather than being a disadvantage. And this is what they say. They say that social media provides them with a whole new avenue of information and ideas, and it inspires them. Moreover, social media opens them up with friends. It allows them to connect. Yeah, they are true, but not fully. Hear me out. First of all, there is this way where you can get to know about information, and it does not require to use your phone. And in fact, it has been around in this world for so long. It's been there since the time of my grandfather and his grandfather and his. What I'm trying to say is, it's newspapers and the books you read. Reading a book, let's say To Kill a Mockingbird, reading that book, it gives you so much of knowledge about 1930s America, rather than reading it online or reading a review about it. And reading newspapers gives you so much of up-to-date and current information about what's going on in the world that you won't get in social media. Moreover, about this connecting with friends and meeting up with them, getting to know what they like, yeah, you can know this by talking to them directly, not over chat, but directly, face to face, you know. Now, there used to be this time, actually, when adults used more social media than us children. I know, there was a time. Now, the whole table is turned quite literally. There was this time when children would beg their parents, give me 1 minute of your time, mom, dad, I want to spend some time with you. Now, parents are running after psychologists saying that their children has developed a serious form of addiction towards social media. Addiction. Now that's a quite serious word. Whenever you utter that word into a room full of people, everyone goes quiet because they know that the next thing that's going to come is going to be about them. Now, believe it or not, accept it or not, we all have an addiction in this world. It may be small, it may be big, it may be visible or not, whatsoever may be. We all have an addiction since birth. It may be a love for chocolate, or it may be our want to play Call of Duty, or even reading books a lot is a serious form of addiction. Yeah, that's something I should be trying not to do. Anyways, and then even then, there are smarty pants who might be sitting down there and be like, but wait, isn't too much of breathing a form of addiction? Yeah, well, I'd like to see you try not to. No need. No, never mind. Just forget that. Yeah, I wouldn't see you after that. What I'm trying to say is that, addiction has taken, the addiction, especially towards social media, has taken over our lives a lot. In fact, today, people spend at least a fourth of their day on social media. That is Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, BeReal, YouTube, Discord, whatsoever may it be. Now, I'm not saying not to use social media because I'll be sounding like a hypocrite. I do use social media, but it is controlled. And by controlled, what exactly do I mean? Well, keep an hour for social media daily, or even then, whenever, and keep my phone on silent. That's two things I do. Now, see, guys, what I'm trying to tell you is that too much of something, not exactly good for you. Yes, and that includes studies as well. Hear me out. See, a good amount of studies, that's good. It'll give you your grades, it'll give you the encouragement, yeah, but too much of it, that'll cause you to burn out. That'll cause you to eventually develop a serious form of anxiety, and that'll cause your grades to fall. I've seen many people go through that, so that's why I'm speaking from personal experience here. Tell you what, imagine for me once more. Imagine for me you're driving this car along this long stretch of road. Let's say it's this red Ford Mustang, it's got the white seats, and it's an open door. I love that sort of cars, and I know you do. Anyways, you're driving this car at quite a considerable speed when suddenly a message comes on your phone. It's from your friend, and he wants you to come online so that you can play. So you're busy messaging him, and you completely engross yourself in it. There's this turn coming up ahead, and you don't see it. In fact, well, you do, but by the time you do, it's too late. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to sound like a grandfather, but sometimes and many times social media is known to take us off our lives. It breaks the connections we have with our families. It breaks the relationships we have built with our friends. Moreover, it makes our lives shambles. So, in sum and substance, I don't have to be Einstein to say that social media is nothing without our lives. But our lives can become something without social media. Thank you.